G'day viewers, it's Michael here again and welcome back to SingleRacer. And now I know it's unusual for me to do 3 videos so close together, but there's a special reason for that because as of the 14th of July 2018 here in Australia, I am just 2 subscribers short of 700 and just wanted to take the time to thank each and every one of you for being a subscriber to my channel. And I really like the fact that we've grown such a great small sim racing community amongst all the channels that we regularly visit. And now of course, saying that, I think I should actually punish you for being stupid enough to subscribe to my channel, and I want to give you what I think is the most difficult channel challenge I've ever done in my history of YouTube. And now, all joking aside here, I genuinely expect, given both the car and the track that I'm picking here, that I'll only get, I'd be happy with honestly 20 views for this video, because the channel challenge is not even like hard and not even very hard, but like brutally hard. And I'm being serious about this. It's probably only for the very advanced drivers or the ones that like a real challenge. But this is a kind of, keyboard smashing, wheel breaking kind of challenge. So in all honesty, only take it up if you really like that kind of Dark Souls of sim racing challenge. And so if you can bear with me a bit here, let me explain how this came about, because this actually isn't my challenge, but a challenge that was thrown to me. So you might remember Sim Racing 604 held his first tournament. It was 5 rounds, and the winner of that tournament was a person by the name of Marco, as you can see his channel here. And not only did he win the tournament, but he won all 5 rounds, perfect score of 50 points, but also broke the RSR personal best #1 record for every single round of that challenge. An exceptional driver, but not only that, an exceptional person giving to the other channels, giving his advice, and he helped me so much with just a gearing bit that I had trouble with the last challenge, and I reckon I've broken half a dozen personal bests in different cars just because of that one single bit of advice. But he's a very generous racer. And so that's Sim Racing 604, or Mike Smith. Now Mike Smith and Alex from The Extra Mile have joined up with a channel called Davy Jones and are doing these regular podcasts with the bigger channels, the sim racing channel. So it's if you haven't heard of Davy Jones before, I recommend checking out that channel and listening to the podcast. But now The Extra Mile, or Alex, also holds his own events, which are called the Sunday Sub Showdowns, and hopefully there'll be another one tomorrow, being Saturday today in Australia. And a regular winner of those Sunday Sub Showdowns is this person here by the name of Steen. And here is his channel here. And he's becoming a standout driver in that event. And Alex has to pull out all stops to either beat him or come second, or thereabouts. But I think Steen has won the last 2 or possibly 3 events that have been held, and I have no chance whatsoever of ever catching him. But now, because of those Sunday Sub Showdowns, Steen and I have communicated through the comment section of our videos, and he knows my love for those old classic cars, the ones that I always say are from the GP Legends and GT Legends, any kind of old school slidey 4 or 5 speed car, rear wheel drive, that type of thing that I absolutely love to drive. And so what happened now was that because of a particular mod that he discovered, he revisited a challenge from those GP Legends days where he tried for so long to get a sub 8-minute time using my favourite personal car, the Lotus 49, on the Nordschleife, or back then as it was known in GP Legends, the Nürburgring, but using a mod from the 1965 version of that track. And so he sent me the link to that track, or told me about the track and this challenge, because he said, oh, could you do a sub 8-minute time, given that it's your favourite track, the Nordschleife. Now, just to be clear, this is the what's known as the endurance version. So it has the, if you're talking about a Seto course, it has the Nürburgring attached to the Nordschleife, but the Nürburgring in the 1965 version is very different to how we know it now. And so part of me goes, well, I wouldn't call it easy, but you know, I know the Lotus 49 and I know how it handles, and I should be able to get through. Once I get past the Nürburgring section of the track and get onto the Nordschleife, I should know where I'm going. But it's weird that the 1965 version, all the corners are such different. It's exactly the same shape, but the corners and the angles of the corners are so different that it almost feels like a brand new track. But the trouble is the curbs are so high, and the Lotus 49 doesn't like curbs to begin with, so if you hit a curb, you're completely off. So it took me ages just to complete a lap, let alone try and beat the time. But that's what I mean by frustratingly hard, almost brutally hard. It is very, very hard to complete this lap. And so finally, to close off this explanation portion of the video, I'll say that Steen mentioned in his video, and I'll have a link to that video in the description. It's a fantastic video to watch. But he said it only took him 10 times this time in Assetto Corsa using the 1965 mod to break that 8-minute time, but he just did it. Now, in reality, I would struggle, given the skill of these drivers, to beat Steen or Marco or Alex over at the Extra Mile or Mike Smith at Sim Racing 604. Now, to be honest, subscribers, I could easily beat Alex and Mike Smith, but we'll keep that amongst ourselves. But yeah, so I was never going to break 8 minutes, but I'll give it my best shot, and I'll say that I just want to close out this section by saying that as a, you know, if you think of sim racing as the joy that it gives you in being on the edge with a powerful car on a track you like, this has been the second best experience of my whole sim racing career. Now, what I mean by that is my best experience was the original Grand Prix Legends on the old version of Spa with the Lotus 49. That was the best experience I've ever had, and this came a close second. When the frustration of crashing over and over and over, and literally, I mean 1,000 times over again, once you unlock the track and you start to get a flow going, the experience is like nothing else. And I thank Steen for that. It was absolutely tremendous, but like I said, brutally hard. So I won't do any commentary over the lap, but I'll point out the 3 corners that are the most brutal and the most potential to make up time, because they're blind corners and they crash you out so many of the times. So when you figure out those 3 points and you want to have a go at this, you'll be much faster knowing those points are coming up, and I'll highlight those points in the lap. So this is Michael signing out for SingleRacer. I'll catch you next time. See you later, and let's go hot lapping in one of the best challenges I've ever done. See you later.